Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages at the site of competition is prohibited. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet today's starting lineup. First, for the visitors from Hartsville, South Carolina, the Coker Cobras. Leading off and playing in right field, number 3, Brooklyn Stunis. Batting second, playing second, number 1, Cameron Jackson. Batting third, playing third, number 19, Chloe Pelham. The cleanup hitter and shortstop is number 24, Delaney Eve. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 21, Caitlin Ray. Batting sixth and playing at first base, 00, Kayla Oswell. Batting seventh and catching, number 8, Ashton Goodwin. Batting eighth, playing in left field, number 17, Kelsey Scott. Batting ninth, playing in center field, number 2, Ariana Thayer. The starting pitcher for the Cobras is number 20, Janae Fidawa. Coker is coached by Brittany Bennett, assisted by Haley Jones. Faculty member is Dr. Phyllis Fields. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Gadsden, Alabama, a 5'5" freshman, number 14, Abby Martin. In center field from Alcoa, Tennessee, a 5'6" junior, number 18, Sienna Cameron. In right field from Coreyton, Tennessee, a 5'4" junior, number 12, Macy Hughes. At third base, from Orange, Connecticut, a 5'5" junior, number 42, Brooke Petizowski. At shortstop, from Knoxville, Tennessee, a 5'7" sophomore, number 2, Hayden Dye. At second base, from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, a 5'3" senior, number 6, Carmen Holt. At first base, from Cross Plains, Tennessee, a 5'9" freshman, number 40, Macaulay Bailey. The catcher, from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, a 5'5" sophomore, number 33, Kennedy Warder. And the starting pitcher from Southside, Alabama, a 5'10" freshman, number 31, Riley Gaddis. Carson-Newman is coached by Michael Graves, assisted by Sarah King, athletic trainer Becca Brandstetter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Current and former service members may render a salute as we play our national anthem.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex for Carson-Newman Softball's South Atlantic Conference home opener. The Eagles taking on the Coker Cobras. Carson-Newman is 15-3, off to a 2-0 start in the SAC after a sweep last week of Mars Hill. This is Coker's SAC opener. The Cobras 12-6 on the season, and with a win in hand over a top 15 Adelphi club this season. Carson-Newman turns to Riley Gaddis in the circle. The reigning TSWA State Player of the Week was 3-1 last week with a 1.14 ERA. She's 5-2 this season, and opponents hitting .247 off of her. And so Carson-Newman turns to the freshman in the circle to start off game number 1 against the Coker Cobras. For the Cobras lineup, it goes like this: Brooklyn Stunis, Cameron Jackson, and Chloe Pelham to lead things off. Delaney Eves, Caitlin Ray, and Kayla Oswell through the middle third of the order. Ashton Goodwin, Kelsey Scott, and Ariana Fair through the lower third of the order for head coach Brittany Bennett, a former mentor at UNC Pembroke, who's in her first season with the club. First pitch time at 12:02 p.m. as Riley Gaddis rocks and fires the first pitch up and in for a ball to Brooklyn Stunis. Stunis swinging a pretty formidable bat this year, hitting .400 for the lefty. Gaddis wheels and deals the righty. Sees this one foul tipped off to the right. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Brooklyn Stunis. Carson-Newman, orange jersey tops and white pants. Those football-style jersey tops with the massive blue numbers on the front and back of the jerseys. White trousers to the knees. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncer to the right side. Holt fields cleanly at second. An underhand flick to Bailey covering at first. And Stunis is retired 4-3 to open up this contest. 1 up, 1 down, and Cameron Jackson comes up hitting .303. The knee-high orange socks that Carson-Newman wears, 2 blue stripes with concentric white rings on either side of them. White visors for those choosing to don visors today for Carson-Newman. And in climbs the lefty Jackson. 1 of 2 lefties at the top of the order for the Cobras. The pitch hits on the outer half for a strike. 0-1. No score. Top of the first. 1 out. Nobody on for the Cobras. Garbed in all blue today. Blue tops, blue trousers. Yellow numerals on the rear of the jerseys with Coker written across the chest in white on the front. The pitch, swing, a line drive, fair up the right field line, and Jackson will be clear to run for days. It's into the corner where Hughes picks it up. Jackson motoring around second. She slides into third base safely. It's a 1-out triple for Cameron Johnson. Macaulay Bailey needed the craziest of reactions at first base to have a shot at that one. Jackson legs out a 1-out triple, and the Cobras with an RBI opportunity here for Chloe Pelham. with one out in the top of the first and no score. Pelham hitting a $176 with runners on base this season, just a $154 with runners in scoring position. Three-hole hitter starts off with a strike at the waist, 0-1 to begin this at bat. No balls, one strike, one out. Gaddis trying to deal with traffic on the base paths. Gaddis, the 0-1, a changeup. Pelham started to offer at it. Pitch went low. She held off. The appeal into the field. Craig Zirkle says she indeed did come around, and so Pelham is in a 0-2 hole. Our umpiring crew, Carolyn Zeisler, is behind the plate. Got Mark Wilson at third, Craig Zirkle at first. Here's the 0-2. Taken outside. Pelham keeps the bat on the shoulder, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Pelham hitting .282 this season, but just a $154 with runners in scoring position. Fly ball to the outfield will do it, with Jackson standing on third. Gaddis, the 1-2 offering. Swing and a bouncer through the left side of the infield. Base hit and a run scored. Coker lights the lamp first on a seeing eye single through the left side of the infield. Pelham drives in her 4th run of the year. And Coker has the early 1-0 lead. Pelham to first base and Delaney Eves to the plate. Right-hander stays in front of the dish as Gaddis unfurls the first pitch. Swing and a miss, a tad tardy. 0-1. Well, Riley Gaddis is peppering the zone early. 10 pitches into this one, 8 have found the zone for strikes. Gaddis sights the sign. Here's the 0-1. Taken on the outside edge. She's in the driver's seat at 0-2. Set the Carson-Newman defensive alignment for you. Gaddis in the circle. Kennedy Warder is behind the plate. The infield third to first goes Matazowski, Dye, Holt, and Bailey. The 0-2 pitch bounces in the dirt. Warder blocked it. Pelham, though, takes off and takes second on the wild pitch. Just a touch over to the third base batter's box, and Pelham, Johnny on the spot to take second. 1-2. 1-0 Coker. Top of the first inning. Gaddis. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Changeup bounces low. Great read by Pelham, who takes third. And I think she was moving on the pitch. My initial inclination is stolen base. We'll get a confirmation on that with our replay crew. That was a phenomenal jump, it felt like, for Pelham, reading that ball out of Gaddis' hand. Pitch. Called strike 3 on the outer half, and Eves takes a seat looking. Big strikeout there with Pelham over to third base, so Coker can no longer plate a second run this inning via an out. An RBI seeing eye single through the left side for Chloe Pelham. She took second on the wild pitch and then stole third. Brings up the designated player, Caitlin Ray. The righty stands in and takes the first pitch strike at the waist, 0-1. Gaddis turns her waist, winds and delivers the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Gaddis has had pretty good control. She's been elite so far this season at pitching to contact. Doesn't have crazy strikeout numbers, just 20 punch-outs on the year and 46 2/3. The 1-1. On the outside edge for a strike, 1-2. But teams just haven't been able to hit her hard. Indianapolis really the only team that did. The 16th ranked Greyhounds tagged her for 5 hits in 2/3 of an inning. 1-2. Called strike 3. Outer black. Gaddis takes her down looking. So back-to-back strikeouts looking for Riley Gaddis to finish off the first, but a one-out triple for Cameron Jackson, and then a seeing-eye single for Chloe Pelham, and the Cobras have a 1-0 lead after a half inning. We're back to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
For Carson-Newman, head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
1-0 Coker leads it after a half inning. A RBI single through the left side for Chloe Pelham. The reason why the Cobras are in front. And now Sienna Cameron, Macy Hughes, and Macaulay Bailey will try to ignite the offense for Carson-Newman. Janae Fidawa in the circle, who fires up and in to begin the at-bat. The left-hand hitting Sienna Cameron. Fidawa, 2 weeks removed from being named the South Atlantic Conference's Varsity Gyms Pitcher of the Week. Tossed a no-hitter against Converse 2 weeks ago, the 1-0. Cameron tips foul off of Goodwin's legs behind the plate, 1-1. Fidawa in the circle. She's 4-3 this year with a 3.35 ERA. Two freshman pitchers going at it today. Her 8th appearance and 8th start. She's gone the distance 4 times. Opponent's hitting .241 off of her. 1-1 to Sienna Cameron, who, if she had enough games played, would lead the sack in batting average. The pitch upstairs to Cameron, 2-1. Cameron hitting .541 this year. On base, an absurd 71% of the time when she hits leadoff. And all of this is with a dinged-up back. The 2-1, Cameron wallops right center field. Line drive scooped by Ariana Fair in center field. Well, Cameron stung it, but it was just right at Ariana Fair, who slides down feet first and makes a basket catch to retire Cameron toward the right center field alleyway. 1 up, 1 down for Macy Hughes. Coker defensively, the all-conference pick Kelsey Scott plays in left. Fair with the diving grab in center, and then Brooklyn Stunis is in right. Fidawa deals to Hughes, who swings at the first pitch, flares it down the right field line, turning foul and out of play, 0-1. Across the infield, you got Chloe Pelham, 2 years removed for an all-conference campaign at third base. Eves plays short, Cameron Jackson's at second, and Kayla Oswell is at first base. Ashton Goodwin does the catching for the Cobras. Fidawa, 0-1 to Hughes. The lefty wheels and deals in the turf for a ball, 1-1. Lefty starter, and that is a bit of a collector's item for Carson-Newman to face. Eagles, just the 17th game that Carson-Newman has played. Here's the 1-1. Swung on by Hughes. That is hit high in the air, deep to left field, back to the wall, and making the grab is Fair. Fair at the warning track. And at any other park in the region, Hughes has hit her 21st career home run. Gave that one a ride, but 220 to center, 215 to the poles. That's a deep fly out for Fair. And there's 2 away for Macaulay Bailey. 1-0 Cobras leading in the bottom of the first inning. And Macaulay Bailey stands in. Complete the thought on the lefty pitchers. This is just the 17th lefty starter that Carson-Newman has faced in Graves' tenure as head coach. As the pitch goes low to Macaulay Bailey, 1-0. Eagles have hit lefties fairly well historically. Carson-Newman 12-4 under Michael Graves against left-handed starters. Vidawa, the 1-0. Bailey takes a whack at it and sends it foul to the backstop. 1-1. This season, Carson-Newman is 1-1 against lefties. Vidawa winds and delivers the break even. Bailey rips it to the right center field gap. It's cut off by Stunis in right, and she'll save that from extra bases. Carson-Newman striking the ball well to start this game. Bailey aboard with a 2-out single to right center field. And Brooke Matazowski will try to keep the line moving for Carson-Newman. Matazowski hitting .565 this season with runners in scoring position. Vidawa sights the sign and pitches, and Matazowski clubs one on 2 hops to third. Pelham, no trouble with it. She cranks it across the diamond to Oswell at first to put away Matazowski on 1 pitch. Well, Carson-Newman hit the ball hard. Cameron and Hughes robbed of base hits by Ariana Fair in center field. Bailey got a single with 2 out, but Carson-Newman unable to keep the line moving. 1-0, Coker leads it after an inning of play. And we're back to the Vic after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
1-0, Coker has the advantage as we come to the top of the second inning. And Kayla Oswell leads things off for the Cobras. Gaddis deals to her. And Oswell takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Oswell, 1 hit and 10 trips to the plate this season. First baseman making her 5th start of the season, the 0-1. Popped into the air, foul back and out of play, and she is behind in the count, 0-2. Riley Gaddis has started off at least 1 strike and nothing to every Coker batter, and she's been in the driver's seat at 0-2 when it feels like all but Delaney Eves. Here's the 0-2. Gaddis fires low for a ball, 1-2. Riley Gaddis doesn't have overwhelming speed, but my goodness, does the ball move out of her hand. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Oswell lifts it into center field. Cameron a few steps in, has it in her sights, and makes the grab at the base of the See Around In logo in center field. So Oswell retired on a fly ball out, and that brings up the catcher, Ashton Goodwin. Riley Gaddis hasn't given up more than 2 runs in a game in her last 4 appearances. Coker's got 1 on her thanks to the 1-out triple from Jackson in the first. The pitch poked in the air to shallow left field. Bit of a run for Abby Martin, and the freshman rolls in to retire Goodwin off of a pitch. So 3 pitches and a fly out to Oswell. 1 pitch and a fly out for Goodwin. And now the all-conference player, Kelsey Scott, to the plate. Left fielder's hitting .263 this season. And this starts a string of 4 straight lefties in the lineup for the Cobras. The pitch taken on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Scott a lefty, the 9-hole hitter Ariana Fair behind her bats left-handed, and then Stunis and Jackson both lefties at the top of the lineup. 2 out, nobody on, top of the second, Coker up 1-0. The 0-1. Drops low for a ball to Scott, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, bases empty for the Snakes in the top of the second. Scott, 263 the average for the year, but she hits .333 with 2 away. The 1-1. Popped into the air. This isn't going to get out of the infield. The shortstop, Dye, takes charge behind the circle, kicks the rosin bag as she grabs the final out of the frame. So a very efficient inning for Riley Gaddis. 2 pitches, 1 pitch, 2 pitches to get out of the top of the second. Carson-Newman, though, trails 1-0 to Coker. We return to the Vic after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Kennedy Warner leads things off for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the second inning. Eagles trailing Coker 1-0 off of an RBI single through the left side for Chloe Pelham back in the first. First pitch to Warder is stung into left. That's a base hit. Bounces once and hops up to Kelsey Scott. Kennedy Warder aboard with a leadoff knock to left. Well, Carson-Newman in that first inning hit the ball hard. Sienna Cameron was robbed of a base hit by a diving Ariana Fair in center field, and then Fair tracked down a warning track flyout for Macy Hughes deep in left center field. So the Eagles seemingly seeing Janae Fedewa well, just hasn't paid off yet. Up comes Hayden Dye, and the first pitch to her is bunted foul behind home plate, 0-1. Went into the air, and Ashton Goodwin was quick out of her couch behind the dish to try to potentially retire Dye. So the instructions from Michael Graves appear to be, hey, sacrifice Warder into scoring position. Corners creep in for the blue-clad Cobras. Outfield straight away for Coker. Fedewa, the 0-1 pitch. Dye wallops at it and sends it foul back and out of play, 0-2. Well, Hayden Dye was mired in a slump for the middle of February, but really brought the bat back to life at the NFC Leadoff Classic over the weekend. Fedewa set for the 0-2. She wheels and deals. Dye takes outside. Warder off for a second, and she slides in time. The shortstop, Eves, drops the ball, and Kennedy Warder has successfully stolen her second base of the season. So Warder takes second, and that means it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hayden Dye. A chance to get a knock with a runner in scoring position. Dye, a multi-hit effort against Northern State to open up the NFCA Leadoff Classic. The 1-2 is a changed up, bounced right at short. Grabbed by Eves. She freezes the runner Warder at second and then throws to first in time to Oswell to put away Dye, 6-3. Textbook work by Delaney Eves at short, holding the runner Warder at second. And there's 1 out for Mary Vandergrift to work with. Eagles down 1-0, bottom of the second inning. The first pitch to Vandergrift. Taken upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Mary Vandergrift trying to work herself out of a little slump as well. Sitting .444 after the first game of a twin bill against Mars Hill. 1-0. Vandergriff stings toward third. It's in foul ground and gloved by Pelham. She freezes it for the first strike, 1-1. Since that Mars Hill doubleheader, Vandergriff just one hit in her last 14 trips to the plate. All of those at the NFCA Leadoff Classic. Granted, Carson-Newman as a whole, through some of that weekend, struggled at the plate. The 1-1. Vandergriff loops down the right field line. That drops in fair territory for a base hit. Warder hard charging around third. She scores standing, and Mary Vandergriff has tied the game with a bloop single down the right field line. It's a 1-1 ball game. Vandergriff won for her last 14 at the plate, but she gets a timely RBI knock there to level the score at a run apiece in the bottom of the second. Armin Holt will try to keep the line moving for Carson-Newman. 1-1 ball game at bottom of the second. Holt has to wipe her bat off. Grabs a mostly white piece of aluminum. And the righty stands in against Fedewa, who deals low for a ball 1-0. Vandergriff does have a stolen base on the season. Eagles have been fairly aggressive on the base pass this year. They lead the SAC with 29 stolen bases this season. The 1-0 pitch. Bashed foul off of third and into the bullpen for Coker. 1-1 for Holt. It's a gray overcast day. It was sunny earlier, but clouds starting to roll in. It's supposed to rain pretty heavily over the next 24 to 48 hours, potentially putting Friday's twin bill against Lee's McRae in jeopardy. Vita was set for the 1-1 to Holt. The pitch bounced back to the left side of the circle. It's grabbed by the third baseman, Pelham, who nearly throws wide of the first base bag. Oswell goes split-legged to grab it and retire Holt, but it's a productive 5-3 putout as it moves Vandergriff into scoring position. And now Abby Martin will try to continue her hot streak with some two-out hitting. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the second. 2 away, and Mary Vandergriff stands on second base. Abby Martin, right-hand hitter, stands in and takes from Fedewa low to begin the at-bat, 1-0. Fedewa, 23 pitches, 15 strikes. Working against Abby Martin, who has hit successfully in 7 of her last 8 games. The 1-0. Martin pokes into shallow center field. It drops in for a base hit. Fair grabs it. She's throwing up the line. The tag not applied. Martin into second on the throw. It's an RBI single for Abby Martin into center field. Vandergriff slides in away from Ashton Goodwin, and Carson-Newman has taken the lead. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order, and Sienna Cameron. So Fedewa has given up 2 runs here in the bottom of the second. The lefty wheels and deals, and Cameron slips this one through the right side of the infield. It's a base hit. Grabbed by Stunis in right. Cameron trying to make it to second. She is unable to do so, but she does score Martin from third, and Carson-Newman puts 3 runs on the board to lead it 3-1 after 2. We're back to the Vic after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
3 runs off of 4 hits for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the second have staked the Eagles to a 3-1 lead over Coker. And now the center fielder, Ariana Fair, leads off the top of the third for the Cobras, who trail for the first time today. Gaddis deals to her inside at the belt for a ball, 1-0. That is the first batter, the 9th that Gaddis has faced, that she has started off the AB with a pitch out of the zone. 1-0 to Ariana Fair, who hits a $182 out of the 9-hole. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher. Fair bunts back to the circle. Gaddis charges and does not have a play at first with Holt covering. Fair legs out a bunt single back to the circle. And the Cobras' speed on display there for the third hit of the day to turn the lineup back to the top of the order. Well, that was a perfect bunt by Ariana Fair. Had some side spin and some backspin to it to kick it to the right and make Gaddis run a bit further to pick it up. And by the time she had it and was standing, Fair was already on first base. All right, comes back to the top of the order for Studnis, who grounded out to second her first time up. Gaddis' first pitch is swung on, lined to right at Macy Hughes, who has to leap up, nearly ran it, but makes the grab above her head to retire Studnis. Well struck by Brooklyn Studnis, just right at Macy Hughes. And there's one away in the top of the third. 3-1 ball game, Eagles up. Jackson tripled her first time through. Lefty stays in front of the plate as Gaddis pitches. Jackson hammers this one in the air to deep center field. Going back is Cameron. She makes the grab, running onto the warning track to retire Jackson. Solid work in the outfield by Sienna Cameron, and there's quickly 2 away. Now Coker has hit Gaddis much harder here the second time through the order than it did the first. A lot of soft fly ball outs, but Studnis and Jackson bashing balls just right at defenders. Chloe Pelham comes up, swings and misses. Warder throws down to second to try to get Fair stealing, but she's unable to do so. And Fair swipes her 5th base of the season. 2 away, now a runner in scoring position for the Cobras. Top of the third inning, trailing Carson-Newman 3-1. The pitch swung on, lifted down the left field line. It bounces in fair territory for a base hit. Martin Fields throws home, not in time. Pelham with an RBI single. She moves to second on the throw, and Coker has cut the deficit to 1. A little bloop single for Chloe Pelham down the left field line. It's an RBI knock off the 4th hit of the day, and Coker's down a run. 3-2 in the top of the third. Brings up the shortstop, Delaney Eves, who struck out looking her first time up. Gaddis deals the first pitch. It's popped into the air, foul, backing out of play, 0-1. Ariana Fair, a bunt single to start off the inning. She steals second after back-to-back flyouts for Studnis and Jackson, and then scores on the bloop single down the left field line for Chloe Pelham. 0-1 to Delaney Eves. 33 pitches, 25 strikes for Riley Gaddis. The 0-1, Gaddis rocks and fires. Upstairs, pitch out, Fair leaning. Stays put 1-1. Or pardon me, Pelham leaning, 1-1. Fair scored on the previous play. 3-2, Eagles leading, top of the third inning. Coker with an RBI 2-out single. from Chloe Pelham. The 1-1. Down, dances low for ball 2. 2-1 for Delaney Eves. Chloe Pelham has been the stick so far for the Cobras. She's driven in both of Coker's runs. Gaddis set for the 2-1 pitch. Pitching from behind for seemingly the first time today. It's swung on, lifted down the left field line, and bouncing inches foul. 2-2. Coker's pulling. And when it is pulling, the Cobras are dropping soft little bloops into no man's land to left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Pelham stands on second for the Snakes. Trailing Carson-Newman 3-2 in the top of the third. The 2-2 is a changeup. Sent to short. Dive fields it off of one bounce and cranks the throw to first in time to Bailey to retire Eves 6-3. Coker, though, gets a 2-out single from Chloe Pelham. And Coker cuts the deficit to 1. It's 3-2 Eagles as we head to the bottom of the third. 2, 3, and 4. Hughes, Bailey, and Matazowski to the bat rack after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer. You're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
Macy Hughes, Macaulay Bailey, and Brooke Matazowski to the plate for Carson-Newman here in the home half of the third inning. Eagles up 3-2 on Coker. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Snakes. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's left 1. Cobras have left 2. Janae Fedewa on for her third inning of work. And the lefty fires her 26th pitch to Hughes, who drills it back up the middle. A diving second baseman Jackson knocks it down. The ball rolls into center field, and Macy Hughes is aboard with a leadoff single. Back-to-back innings where Carson-Newman has gotten the leadoff batter aboard. Macaulay Bailey stands in. A single to right her first time up. Fedewa pitches, and Bailey takes on the outside edge at the belt for a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Macy Hughes stands on first. Fedewa. The lefty deals upstairs. Bailey ducks out of the way, and it's a ball 1-1. Ashton Goodwin, quick out of her hop. Macy Hughes a threat to steal. She's swiped 8 bags without being caught. Team leader in that category. Here's the 1-1. Bailey takes a hefty cut at a rise ball, and it's 1-2. Macaulay Bailey, 356 the average on the season. It's 281 when she works with runners on base. But she is the team leader with 24 RBI, top 10 in the country in that regard. Fedewa, here's the 1-2. Bailey fights off another rise ball foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Fedewa exchanging a new softball with her catcher, Ashton Goodwin. The pitch in the turf for a ball. Hughes was off on the pitch, and she successfully steals her ninth bag of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Now a runner in scoring position for Macaulay Bailey to work with. Fedewa. The break-even pitch to Bailey on the way. Bailey swings, bounces it to the left side. The shortstop fields cleanly. Looks off the runner Hughes, throws to first in time to get Bailey. Hughes alertly waits on the long throw and then takes off for third. So it's a productive out for Macaulay Bailey. She moves Macy Hughes over to third. And there's 1 out for Brooke Matazowski. Brooke Matazowski. An RBI opportunity here with a runner on third and 1 out. Eastern Connecticut State transfer and D3 All-American stands in as Fedewa pitches, and Matazowski swings, laces it up the left field line, but twisting foul and off the cages. 0-1. Nothing in 1. Fedewa pitches. And Matazowski, handcuffed, fouls it back and out of play. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Macy Hughes on third for Carson-Newman, trying to add to a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the third. Fedewa deals. The 0-2, Matazowski pops it in the air to right. Long run for Stunis. She fields. Hughes tagged, thought about it, and should have taken off the throw. Short hopped Fedewa near the circle, kicked off of her and bounced into foul ground. And Hughes probably wisely stayed put, but hindsight being 20/20, the throw from Stunis off the mark could have scored. So now 2 out, and Kennedy Warder to the plate. Warder, a single her first time up. Fedewa deals, and Warder swings and misses over the top of the pitch. 0-1. Fedewa's been pretty pitch efficient. 36 pitches, 26 for strikes. Warder singled to left her first time up. Coker shaded a touch that direction. The 0-1. Warder swings, line drive right at fair at center. Well hit by Warder, just right at Ariana Fair, and that is the inning. So Carson-Newman strands the leadoff batter Hughes at third. Eagles unable to get the timely knock to extend the lead. Carson-Newman, 3-2 leaders through 3. Coker with 5, 6, and 7 to the plate when we return after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
3-2, Carson-Newman has the lead in the, as we head to the top of the fourth. 3-run second inning, the difference right now for Carson-Newman. The Eagles got RBI knocks from Mary Vandergriff, Abby Martin, And Sienna Cameron to grab the lead. First pitch to Cameron Ray is low and in for a ball, 1-0. Meanwhile, Coker's run production, a run in the first, a run in the third. Both runs scored off the bat of Chloe Pelham on base hits to left. That's where we stand right now. The 1-0. Swung on, laced over the head of Dye at short. This ball rolls past Abby Martin and gets all the way to the wall. Caitlin Ray motors into second. She's got a leadoff double, her second two-base hit of the season, and the Cobras in business with their fifth hit of the day. So Ray doubles over the outstretched glove of Dye at short, and the Snakes in business for the first baseman, Kayla Oswell, to work with. Oswell, her average has sunk to 0.91 after her first plate appearance. Gaddis deals a touch low, 1-0. Well, early on, Riley Gaddis was working ahead in every count. But this is now 3 consecutive batters where she's issued a first pitch ball. Still hasn't pitched too far behind anybody, but it was amazingly efficient through the first 2 2/3 innings. The 1-0, Oswell takes outside for a ball, 2-0. Oswell looking for her first hit of the year with a base runner. She is 1 for 11 this season. Flied out to center her first time up. Gaddis, the 2-0. Swung on, hit towards short. Dye Fields goes the short route to third. Matazowski applies the tag, and the lead runner, Ray, is retired. Oswell aboard on the fielder's choice. Slick fielding work for Hayden Dye in the hole at short to go the short route to third and get Ray. 1 away. And now Brittany Bennett out from the third base coach's box to have a word with home plate umpire Carolyn Zeisler. Now Brittany Bennett wants a word with Greg Zirkle. Not sure if she's arguing obstruction or that Matazowski just didn't apply the tag in time. But regardless, it appears that this umpiring crew is going to go with its initial decision. And that brings up the catcher, Goodwin. Gaddis delivers to her. In the turf for a ball. Taking off is Oswell. She slides past the bag, and Hayden Dye is able to just nip her with the tag. Oswell took off on what would have been a pass ball on Kennedy Warder, but then she slid 3 feet beyond the bag, was scrambling to get back, and Hayden Dye was able to tip her to catch her stealing. So now 2 away, and the base is empty. And Goodwin takes a strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Eagles leading 3-2. Base is empty now for the Cobras. Gaddis pitches. Popped into the air to left. Martin calls off Dye, and the left fielder makes the grab to retire Goodwin. Well, it seemed like Coker had something brewing. Got the leadoff batter aboard in Ray with a double, but she got caught trying to take third on a ground ball to short. Oswell tries to take second on a potential pass ball, and Coker runs itself out of the inning. No runs hit, no errors, nobody left. Eagles carry a 3-2 lead to the bottom of the fourth. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
3-2, Carson-Newman carries the lead over Coker into the bottom of the fourth inning. The Eagles with a 3-run second for the difference maker in this one. And now Hayden Dye leads things off for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The right-hander Dye stands in, hitting the .160. And Fedewa pitches to her. Upstairs, head height for a ball, 1-0. Janae Fedewa, 38 pitches, 27 strikes. Both teams have been swinging fairly early in counts. 3 innings of work, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1-0. Dye swings, lines to short, bounces, one hop into the glove of Eves' backhand, throw to first in time to get Dye. Really nice play by Delaney Eves in the hole at short. Fielded backhand off a short hop and then had to make a long throw to first to get Dye. And there's one away, bottom of the fourth inning, for Mary Vandergrift to work with. Game tying RBI single to right her first time through. Comes up with the bases empty and 1 out. Leading 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch, Vandergrift lifts into the air to deep left center field. Long run for Ariana Fair. The center fielder tracks it down on a dead sprint at the warning track to retire Vandergrift. Now that has unfortunately been Carson-Newman's lot here at the Vic today. That's the second home run. That would be out of the park at any other venue in the SAC outside of Lincoln Memorial or Anderson. 2 warning track flyouts for the Eagles today. Bases empty for Carmen Holt, who swings at the first pitch. And this one's routine to left. Fly ball for Swift, and she settles under it to put away Holt. So Carson-Newman goes down in 1-2-3 fashion. First 1-2-3 inning for the Eagles. And through 4 complete, it's a 3-2 lead for Carson-Newman over Coker. Back to the Vic after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
3-2, Carson-Newman leads it as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Eagles trying to win a 6th consecutive in the series against the Coker Cobras. As Kelsey Scott leads off the top of the 5th for the Cobras. Gaddis' first pitch to her is popped in the air, shallow center field. Long run for Sienna Cameron, who dives forward and can only tip it with her glove. A bloop single for Kelsey Scott, and Coker has the leadoff batter aboard for a 3rd consecutive inning. Well, that was just hit into no man's land, and it was such a long run for Holt and Dye, who were playing into the holes at second and short. Cameron had the best beat on it, but Unable to make the grab. Brings up Ariana Fair, who bunted herself aboard last time through. Gaddis pitches outside for a ball, 1-0. Thought about the pitch out with Kelsey Scott on first. Has some speed. She's stolen 2 bases in as many attempts. Top of the 5th inning, Eagles up 3-2. The 1-0. Bunted. Back to the circle. Bailey charges, throws to first, not in time. So a bunt single again for Ariana Fair. And 2 are aboard for the Cobras without an out. And strike that. Did Fair leave the box early? Well, they're just going to say foul ball, I think. So they recall Fair. It should be a 1-1 count to Ariana Fair now, as the umpires are going to congregate. And now chat this over. So erase the bunt single from Fair. It was a foul ball. Now Gaddis set for the 1-1 to Fair. Tough to see anything from the replay that we had. The 1-1. Bunted. Back to the catcher. Warder fields. No throw to first. Instead tries to go to second. Scott got a late run. And after all that, same result. Ariana Fair, a bunt single. 2 on, nobody out for the Cobras. Now 3-2. Carson-Newman leading, but Coker threatening in the top of the 5th. Well, it turns back to the top of the order for Brooklyn Stunis, who smoked a line drive to right her last time up. Leadoff batter is 0 for 2. 50th pitch for Riley Gaddis is on the way, and it's swung on line to right. That's a base hit. Rolling around third, and scoring is Kelsey Scott. Fair moves over to third. It's a game-tying RBI single for Brooklyn Stunis. And there's runners on the corners for the Cobras with nobody out. And Michael Graves out from the dugout to have a word with Riley Gaddis. And the entire Carson-Newman team. 3-3 ball game, top of the 5th. Coker has responded with 2 unanswered, but still threatening. Coker scored a run in the first, a run in the third, a run in the 5th. Eagles have limited the Cobras to 1 run each time they have scored. But Coker threatening, nobody out, Fair on third, and Stunis on first. 3-3 ball game. Now Riley Gaddis is going to remain in. And this is hers to work through. 3 runs off of 8 hits for the Cobras. 3 runs off of 6 hits for the Eagles. And up comes Cameron Jackson. She's 1 for 2 today. She's tripled and flied out to center. Gaddis pitches to her. Line drive, bounce through the right side. That's a base hit. Fair scores. Coker leads. Station to station goes Stunis. And the Cobras have hung their first crooked number. Jackson stings a single through the right side. And Coker has a 4-3 lead. Still nobody out, still 2 aboard for the Cobras. Back to back to back to back. 4 consecutive base hits for Coker. And up comes the third baseman, Chloe Pelham. She's driven in 2 already today. She fouls off the first pitch. She gets 0-1. 4-3. Coker has grabbed the lead. 2 runs off of 4 hits already in the inning. Gaddis. Continuing with Stunis on second, Jackson on first, and time called by Chloe Pelham. Pelham has gone to the left side of the field both times she's come up already today. A seeing eye single to drive in a run through the left side, and a bloop single down the left field line to drive in a run in the third. The 0-1 pitch. Off speed and low for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Sierra Rogers and Nicolette Ferguson getting loose in Carson-Newman's bullpen along the right field line. Gaddis twists her body, delivers the 1-1. Tipped foul off of Warder. Throw down to third. They got the lead runner, Stunis stealing. So there's out number 1. Jackson over to second. I really thought that Pelham got a piece and tipped it foul. At least from what I heard. Instead, it's still a 1-2 count on Pelham. And Stunis caught stealing 2-5. Gaddis. Wheels and deals the 1-2. Change up, looped in the air, shallow right center field, just outside the reach of Carmen Holt. It drops in for a base hit, and Chloe Pelham aboard with her third hit of the day. Well, the balls have just have had eyes for Chloe Pelham. That was a soft flare to the first parts of the green turf, but a really tough play for Carmen Holt to make. And it drops in beyond the reach of the second baseman's glove to put Pelham on board. 5th hit of the inning for Coker. Leading 4-3, runners on the corners now and 1 out for Eves. Gaddis deals to her, golfs the first pitch into the air, foul ground right field side. Hughes field, tagging from third is Jackson. Throw to the plate is not in time. Pelham moves up to second. It's a sacrifice fly into foul ground for Delaney Eves. And Coker has a multi-run lead. I'll strike that. The runner left early. And that is the inning. So Carson-Newman out of the inning thanks to Coker leaving early. And Carson-Newman maintains a 1-run deficit. We're back to the Vic after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Coker tallies 5 hits, but only plates 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning. But the Cobras are back on top 4-3 with Abby Martin, Sienna Cameron, and Macy Hughes to the plate for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Janae Fedewa deals, and the first pitch to Martin is lifted towards short. Eves grabs the soft flare to put away Martin. And there's quickly 1 away. Well, Janae Fedewa has settled into a nice rocking chair after Macy Hughes led off the third with a single. She's retired 7 consecutive Eagles. Sienna Cameron is 1 for 2 today, an RBI single her last time up. The lefty stands in as Fedewa pitches, and Cameron fouls it back into the netting, 0-1. Fedewa hasn't been overpowering, hasn't struck anybody out, but also hasn't given up anything free. Hasn't walked a batter, hasn't hit a batter. Her defense has been quality behind her and not made an error. 0-1 the pitch. Cameron swings and misses, and she's behind in the count, 0-2. And Fedewa, who's a week removed from a no-hitter and earning SAC Pitcher of the Week honors, has been pretty pitch efficient. Just 44 pitches and 33 strikes. 0-2, she deals. Cameron swings, rips that one through the right side of the infield. It's a one-out base hit as it rolls on up to Brooklyn Stunis in right field. A one-out single for Sienna Cameron. She's got a multi-hit day. The 8th of the year for her. Brings up Macy Hughes. Hughes 1 for 2 today. First pitch to her is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Hughes absolutely tattooed a ball to the warning track and left her first time up, but Ariana Fair made a great grab on the run to retire her, and then slammed the ball back up the middle for a base hit her last time up, the 1-0. Hughes gets under this one. Sky-high pop-up, left side of the field. The center fielder, Fair, takes charge in left center, calling off Scott to put away Hughes, and there's 2 away. 2 out for Macaulay Bailey. Bailey has singled and grounded out to short. Works with the speedy Cameron on first base. First pitch. Bailey takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. Bailey hangs high, deep left center field. See you later. Eagles lead. Macaulay Bailey goes yard for the 8th time this season. And a 2-out blast puts Carson-Newman in front 5-4. Oh, that was just a moonshot. High into the atmosphere, up into the jet stream to left center field. And Macaulay Bailey crushes it to put Carson-Newman back in front 5-4. 2 out, bases empty, bottom 5. And Brooke Matazowski to the plate. The graduate transfer takes low for a ball, 1-0 off of Fedewa's 50th pitch of her outing. The pitch. Matazowski, line drive deep to left field. Back to the warning track goes Scott, and she grabs it on the fly to put away Matazowski. But Macaulay Bailey, a little 2-out magic. A 2-run jack to left center field pushes Carson-Newman back in front. It's 5-4 Eagles with Ray, Oswell, and Goodwin to the plate for the Cobras. When we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Caitlin Ray leads off the top of the sixth for Coker, swinging at the first pitch and lacing it foul up the third base line, 0-1. It's a 5-4 lead for the Eagles over the Cobras. You're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Seesaw battle. Coker took a 1-0 lead after one. Eagles responded with a 3-run bottom of the second, and RBI singles from Warder, Vandergriff, Martin, and Cameron. And the Cobras scored 3 unanswered to take the lead in the top of the fifth, with a run in the third and 2 more in the fifth. Here's the 0-1. Ray watches it bounce in the turf, 1-1. And then Carson-Newman gets back on the front foot in the bottom of the fifth with a 2-out Macaulay Bailey moonshot to left field. Her 8th blast of the season, trying to stay pace with Caitlin Boatner for the lead of home runs in the league. 1-1. Swung on by Ray, lifted to right. Hughes retreating, shuffles backward and makes the grab to put away Ray. 1 up, 1 down. The first baseman, Oswell, to the plate. She's flied out to center and reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 2 officially on the day. 5-4 Eagles lead. 1 out, bases empty, top of the sixth. First pitch, bounced foul to the Coker dugout, 0-1. 60 pitches for Riley Gaddis. 43 have been for strikes. With her and Janae Fedua, both freshmen. Similar stylistically, not overpowering by any means in terms of strikeout numbers, but pitch well to contact. The 0-1. Bounces in the turf for a ball, 1-1. And probably more importantly for both freshman hurlers, there's nothing free. Neither Fedua nor Gaddis has walked somebody today, nor have either pitcher hit somebody. The 1-1. Check swing at a pitch up. No appeal into the field. Now there's the appeal. No, Oswell did not offer at it, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-4 Eagles lead, top of the sixth. Gaddis set for the 2-1, and she delivers. Up and in for a ball, 3-1. This is the first 3-ball count that a Cobra or an Eagle has faced today. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch swung on, lifted in the foul ground, first base side. Macaulay Bailey reaches over the fence and pulls it in to retire Oswell. Nice play by Macaulay Bailey, reaching over the fence that guards the dugout. And that puts away Kayla Oswell. And now Brittany Bennett has her lineup card out, and she is going to make a change. So a pinch hitter is Carter Freeman.
Pinch hitting for Coker, number 45, Carter Freeman.
So Freeman hitting in place of the catcher Goodwin, who had flied out to left twice. Freeman's been pretty good when she has been at the plate, hitting .600 this season. Gaddis gets the sign and delivers. Bases empty, 2 out. A strike at the belt on the outer half, 0-1. Freeman, 6 hits in 10 trips to the plate. Driven in 6 with a double and a dinger. Gaddis winds and delivers the 0-1. Freeman takes in the turf for a ball, 1-1. The pitch. Lifted foul back to the right, now to play, 1-2. Three in the second, 2 in the fifth for Carson-Newman for their 5 runs. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth for the Cobras. The 1-2. Bounces in the turf, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. To the pinch hitting Carter Freeman. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. Director today is Ian Johnson, replay operator Danny Wazorek, and our fantastic camera crew, Josh Butch, KJ Laribo, and Jay West. Glad to have you on hand. The 2-2. Swung on, ripped toward third. Matazowski fields it off of one bounce, and the throw to first in plenty of time to get Freeman. A 1-2-3 inning from Riley Gaddis after she gave up 5 hits in the fifth. Carson-Newman looking for insurance. Eagles hope it is the final time that they bat. 5-4 lead headed to the bottom of the 6th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Goodwin re-enters behind the plate for the Cobras after she was pinch hit for in the last inning. Kennedy Warder leads things off for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Warder, 1 for 2 on the day, a single to left and a line out to center. Janae Fedewa has pitched effectively, 51 pitches, 37 for strikes, as Warder takes a strike to begin this at-bat at 0-1. Fedewa winds and delivers the 0-1. Warder swings, one hopper to third, cleanly fielded by Pelham, and the throw to first is in time to put away Warder 5-3. So 1 away. Coker gets the leadoff batter for a 3rd consecutive inning, and up comes Hayden Dye. 5-4, Carson-Newman leads, bottom of the 6th inning. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Cobras. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Eagles. Hayden Dye's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to short to her name. Fedewa deals a changeup that Dye bashes foul off the facing of the third base dugout, 0-1. Nothing in 1. Fedewa deals. Dye swings. Line drive, straightaway center field. Fair watches it bang off the wall And that is the hardest hit single you will see. Dye smoked it on a line to straightaway center field, bounced off the 220 marker right into Fair's glove, and she was able to quickly get it in to the shortstop Eves to hold Dye to a single. So 1 out, a base runner off the 9th hit of the day for Carson-Newman. And up comes the designated player, Mary Vandergriff. She tied the game with an RBI bloop single in the bottom of the second. Vandergriff starts out this at-bat, taking upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And now the native of Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, comes up, trying to provide Carson-Newman with some insurance, leading Coker 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-0. Vandergriff swings, line drive right to left, and right into the glove of Kelsey Scott. Well struck by Mary Vandergriff, just directly at a defender. And there's 2 away for Carmen Holt. Holt 0 for 2. Ground out to third, line out to left. Eagles trying to add some insurance. Leading 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Eagles have hung 2 crooked numbers. A 3-run second, a 2-run 5th. First pitch to Holt is tipped foul to the backstop, 0-1. Coker, meanwhile, scored a run in the first, a run in the third, 2 in the 5th to take a 4-3 lead. Looked to have had more, but a runner left early and had a caught stealing in that 2-run 5th where they had 5 hits but only 2 runs. The 0-1. Holt dribbles to the left side of the circle. Long run for the third baseman, Pelham, and now she has Dye in a pickle, and Dye is caught. She was trying to take third with nobody covering, and Dye retired as she rounded third and got caught going back to the second base bag. The putout works 5-6. Carson-Newman, though, carries a 5-4 lead to the 7th. Riley Gaddis will try to shut it down when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman leads 5-4 as we come to the top of the 7th inning. And Scott, Fair, and Stunis to try to get things rolling for the Cobras. Both teams have 10 hits in this one. The Eagles have a 5-4 lead. First pitch to Scott, bounces low and away and past Warder for a ball, 1-0. Well, if you're Coker, this is certainly the section of the order that you want to be in. Scott, Fair, Stunis, Jackson, Pelham all have hits. Scott singled a blooper to center field her last time up. The 1-0. Taken low and away for a ball. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. To the leadoff batter, Scott. Gaddis. Wheels and deals. Taken for a strike at the belt, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Scott. Carson-Newman holding a 2-1 lead over Coker. Gaddis delivers the pitch. It's swung on, lifted in the air to right. Hughes has to race toward the alleyway, and the right fielder reaches up and makes the grab on the run to put away Scott. Hughes was playing toward the line, so it was a bit of a gallop for her, but there's one out on the board, and Ariana Fair to the plate for the Cobras. Fair has bunted herself aboard twice today. Gaddis gets the sign and pitches to her. And Fair flips it foul off of third. Matazowski nearly takes a headlong dive into the Coker fencing along their dugout, but pulls up and sees it drop for strike one. Coker with 2 outs to make up a run. Eagles lead 5-4 in the top of the 7th. Base is empty for the Cobras. Gaddis, here's the 0-1. Misses a touch low for a ball and inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody aboard for the Cobras. Fair 2 bunt singles on the day. Corners in for Carson-Newman. Gaddis delivers the 1-1. Swung on, popped into the air first base side. Second baseman Carmen Holt into foul ground, and she grabs it to put away Fair. 2 away. And Brooklyn Stunis will try to keep the game alive for the Cobras. 5-4, Eagles leading. A 2-run Macaulay Bailey bomb with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th is the difference right now. Stunis is 1 for 3 today. An RBI single her last time up down the right field line. Gaddis deals to her, and Stunis takes up for a ball. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. Carson-Newman trying to log a 4th consecutive sack victory dating back to last season. 1 out away from accomplishing that. Base is empty. 1-0. Swung on, line to center field. Cameron got an odd jump, hops to her right, steps in front of it, and puts away Stunis on a hard hit ball. Well, Riley Gaddis, after giving up 5 hits in the 5th, settles down and retires the final 8 in consecutive fashion. Eagles prevail in game 1 by a final score of 5-4. CN up to 16-3 on the year and 3-0 in sack play. Cobras fall to 12-7 and 0-1 in league play. Riley Gaddis is the winning pitcher. She improves to 6-2, while Janae Fidowa goes the distance for a 5th time this season, but falls to 4-4 on the year. Game 2 headed your way in approximately 30 minutes. Circle a 2 o'clock start time for the Eagles in Cobras after a game that took 1 hour and 25 minutes to play. Carson-Newman prevails 5-4. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.